Good evening, hello, and welcome to Who's on First Watch, a TTRPG actual play podcast coming to you from Brisbane, Australia. I'm Richard, your GM and host for our grimdark tales set in our homebrew world of Hamanoth. As always, before we start, I'd like to introduce our cast, and this time we're going to do a little bit different because at the end of the last episode, each of the characters leveled up.
Yay!
So, as I hand it to each of you, can you please just let us know what choices you made for your second level? First of all, over to you, Sarah.
I play Phaedra, a Wanderborn Inferni bard. And for my level 2, Phaedra's getting a little bit more of a bump in her magic. I chose the Book of Sitil, or Sitil, or Sitil.
Who knows?
Choose whichever you want during editing. The Book of Iliad. So that's going to give me some fun little trickstery, magic-y goodness.
I can't wait to find out what the hell it is.
It's going to be, so do I. Cannot wait. Over to Harrison.
Hello, I'm playing as Kremlev, the human assassin, and I have, in my recent leveling up, gained a bonus to my agility, my knowledge, and evasion, and taken a card from the Shadow deck.
I knew you were evil.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm playing Bjorn Eriksson, the Stormborn Warrior. For my level up, I gave myself a stat bump to Strength and Finesse, gave myself a new experience, Scarred but Unbroken, and took a Blade Domain card, a Soldier's Bond. And thrown it over to Sean.
Why, thank you. My name's Sean. I am playing Thamandi Berther. I am a wild-born Minotaur Juggernaut. For my next level, I took the experience Heraldry. For various reasons, I know who the people are and who they represent, simply by the colors they wear. I also up my strength and up my instinct by 1. And as much as I want more hit points and more stress boxes, like I really I'm burning through them so fast. I took a white invasion open.
Yeah, because I think I nearly killed you a couple of times.
And I'm going to hand over to Kaya. I'm going to hand over to Liv, because that's her name, Kaya.
Hi, I'm Liv, and I play Kaya Velrosel, Veilbinder Threadkeeper. For my level up, I went with Instinct and Presence, so bumped them up. I gave myself a new experience of I See What You're Hiding, and I gave myself a new domain card as well.
Very nice. This is where we give shout out to the folk who are supporting us in our storytelling endeavour. However, this time I wanted to switch it up a little bit and say a heartfelt thanks to you, our listeners. Because essentially I was thinking about it, in the end, it's our listeners and our audience that are really the ones that make a difference and are the ones that are supporting us more than anyone else. So thank you very much to all of you. We really appreciate it. There's Muppets in here, apparently. We really
Just comment.
appreciate everyone that listens to what we're doing, and we hope that you can keep enjoying it as much as we love making it. I also want to give a quick shout out to some other Australian creatives in the TTRPG space. First of all is Roll or Die. These guys are an Australian-made TTRPG show based out of Melbourne. Their first season, when we release this episode, would have already kicked off, called Shadows Fall. It's a D&D adventure which follows 4 unlikely allies as they deal with the invasion of their homeland and the forces responsible. You can check them out. They release on Saturdays, and you can check them out on YouTube at Roll or Die. So check them out and support good old Australian content. And the last one I want to shout out to is the folk at Raven Ridge Emporium, the creators of Cartograph. It's a solo GM-less map-making RPG about journaling and exploring and world-building. If you're looking for a fun way to co-create a homebrew world with your players, it might just be the thing that you want to use and leverage to kick off those conversations and create some cool maps. Well, all right. Here we go with episode 14. We pick it back up with the adventurers back at the Peppermill House farmstead, encountering yet again another group of refugees from the war. They have recently entered into the farmstead, and their initial conversations have indicated the promise of shared stories, essentially professed that they are not a threat to the team. So this is where we pick it back up. With the onset of dusk and the offer of shared tales, you start to congregate around the fire pit and start to feel a little bit more comfortable around each other as Braga steps forward and suggests the igniting of the campfire as a place in which to continue introductions. Over to you guys.
We can't light a fire. So we lit a fire. They could see the smoke. They could smell the...
To be fair, we weren't lighting a fire. We were cooking a donkey. Slightly different.
Aye, but they've head off now. They've finished on their patrol. They're heading back to the keep.
Be that as it may, I didn't realize how close we were to the road.
Aye.
It's enough that they could see we had one fire going, and they could see.
Well, I mean, last night when we spent the night in the cave, they had the fire going. They're probably going to see the fire and assume that the standing party here was all right. Maybe it's a better idea to light.
I can look if it brings you comfort, we can set up watches, especially on that hill there, and watches over the road. Would that be welcome? And if they know that they have they expect that they've left troops behind, these ones that you seem to have dispatched, they would surely be lighting cooking fires in the comfort and knowledge that they think they own this place.
Well, yeah, look,
There's
I
no
think
issue with the fire tonight.
I think it might be, if anything, beneficial to light the fire.
Also, and she looks at the sacks that are you still carrying or perhaps holding some of the grain?
I can't remember where I was. They were in the hole, they were out of the hole, they were on the horse, they were off the horse. Yeah. There's probably just sacks strewn about the courtyard at this point.
Trail of rations and supplies through the middle.
And just like stuff pouring out of my pockets, like there's just grain stuffed everywhere and whatever I can get. Should we get Orek out the hole?
This seems to be... Look, we're here. We were tailing these because we wanted to take these bastards out. But we can't keep up with them. So, this is your place. We're not here to impose upon you. But we're happy to place some watches. And we're happy to have a fire if we can. Cook some good food. Maybe use some of the rations that I can see scattered about. That are falling out of that fucker's pocket.
Brigham.
Aye?
This place, such as it is,
Aye?
and the people who dwell here, are under my protection. I'll have nothing come to them.
As I said before, we're not here to threaten. And if you think it's not safe, I'll take your word for it. It's your decision, your place.
I'm speaking more that we don't know you.
That's why I want to have a fire, have a feed, have a conversation.
That sounds like a good idea. Have a good chuckle, swap some stories, you know.
But before we do that, should we perhaps go and retrieve everyone else from the cave?
Orek!
Orek?
Not just
Orek!
Well, Bjorn, I think maybe we wait
Hey, hang
until...
on, wait a minute.
What?
Orek?
Yes?
Where? Orek, the dwarven fella, old, greybeard.
Yes, he's
Where the fuck is he?
in a hole.
Potentially.
What?
Know him?
He's in a hole.
What hole? Oh, I know him.
In a good way or a bad way?
Or in a biblical way.
So the Dracona steps forward. She looks like an archer of sorts, if you will. She says, Orek was my sergeant back in Dustmorin camps. Where is he?
A
Where is he?
beloved sergeant?
Yes, he's well
Oh,
respected.
good. Okay, he's down the hole. Come and help him up. They really
Down
fucked
the
up
hole?
his feet.
What?
Come and give me a hand. Someone help me pull up the hole. I'm weak.
She goes, show me where.
All right, I take him over to the hole.
So Phaedra, as you enter into the farmhouse, the hole in the side and the doorway, towards the hole that leads towards the cave, just as you enter, Pera and Brennifer, supporting each other, greet you on your way in and give you a nod of recognition and understanding. Both of them still sporting visible wounds, blows to the head, and Pera still seems to not have her colour, or certainly absent her vibrant nature and energy, as they lean on each other and pass you as you enter and make their way over to the fire.
Farmhouse is already caved in. We've been fighting in there, so there's bodies and blood.
There is.
And a broken stove with a man through it, I think, at this point. Just legs sticking out.
Any of them still alive?
No.
And I gesture, and there's like a rope down into sort of like a dark hole. And like, yeah, he's down there. Orek, you all right down there, mate?
By the light of Davina, what has happened? She grabs hold of the rope and starts pulling up.
Has he not responded?
No.
Oh, shit.
He's dead.
She pulls him up, and you see colour doesn't drain from her face because she's got scalps. She pulls him up. You're able to, translate some emotion across her scaled face. She pulls him up and then quickly grasps him in her arms and sits him up. By the light of Davina, what has happened? What happened to him?
So the guys that we killed, they kind of were taking him hostage and they were torturing him and they did something fucked up to his feet. I don't know if you noticed, but they're backwards or upside down. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, they're not now. They're in these insane-looking splints.
Yes, well, we tried to fix them and then they needed to be splinted and then you guys turned up, so then we put him back down the hole to save him and now you're fine, so we brought him up and...
She turns her head towards the opening or the doorway of the farmhouse. Rex, quick! Rex, we need your assistance. And another Dracona steps out of line of the troop that is standing there. He has aqua-looking scales. He's wearing a leather shirt and carrying a spear. He places the spear down as he comes in and he runs over into the farmhouse with you. What is everyone else doing at this point as you see this unfold?
Did no one else come to help me with Orek?
No.
All right.
I'm watching all these newcomers and very, very nervous about them and don't know what to make of them. So I don't want to say menacing, but I'm, just looming, I guess, over these newcomers.
Looming. Roll for looming.
I turn to Bjorn.
Critical loom.
I don't think we should get the others just yet. We're not entirely sure we're safe just yet. Maybe we wait.
Where are you two at this point?
In the courtyard still.
Okay, so just a quiet word between you?
Yeah.
I'm still clearly pretty standoffish here, but I'll respond, yes. Let's leave them for the moment. They're safe where they are.
I'll share a knowing nod with Bjorn. We're going to fuck them all up if they fuck around.
Fuck around and find out.
I give him a questioning look, being like, are you okay? Are we okay?
We'll find out.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Not now in front of these people.
Okay.
Kremlin, what are you up to, mate?
Kind of seeing everybody move around and knowing what just happened, that I've accidentally revealed this artifact I wear. I'm going to go take just a bit of a breath. I'm going to go over to Kaya and just say, I'm just going to go get some firewood. I'll be right back.
Did you want any help?
No, I'll be all right. I'll see you soon.
Where's Nubtongue going?
He's just getting some firewood.
All right. Okay.
I was about to say, drop the S word, skull.
Skulking.
But I'm going to...
I thought I said that you were a mute. Shit. Carry on.
Note. I forgot about note.
I'll just disappear off into the woods nearby and just go looking for firewood.
Okay. Yeah, start gathering up some timber and some kindling.
While I'm out there too, I'm going to just check around, make sure nobody's nearby. I'm going to roll up my sleeve and take a look at this binding around my arm. It looks like thin, spindly, grey, black hairs. Assorting it is a couple of little wood ornaments twisted into the embroidery. It holds tight around my arm, and you can see the redness in the swelling in some of the edges where my skin is exposed as it sits taut around my arm. And I try and weasel my fingers underneath it in a few points to loosen it off a little bit, but I'm unsuccessful as the grip is just unyielding. I kind of just rub it for a bit and hope it'll kind of ease off later.
That burning feeling that happened when you came into the proximity of that piece of black glass has completely dissipated. It doesn't exist anymore. Since you had that moment of oneness and connectedness with everything, since that point, the itch and the fire has not happened again.
I'll take comfort in knowing I got a bit of relief from it and roll my sleeves back up and just grab my things and head back to camp.
Okay.
Take a nice deep breath.
So back in the farmstead with yourself, Phaedra, the two Dracona have joined you. One is nursing Orek in her lap, sitting down next to you as she pulled him out of the hole, and joined by Rex, another Dracona with the blue-looking scales. So he is adorned with fairly basic, I wouldn't say peasant attire, but very humble attire, not wearing any heavier armor, and says, "Oh, Scale, he looks bad. This is bad." And he sits down next to Orek, and Orek is sweating profusely. He's white as a sheet. He's lost a lot of blood. As Rex lay a scaly and clawed hand onto Orek, he says some arcane words that sound familiar, but not specifically.
I'm visibly tense as they say that.
And it has a calming feel to them. And he says, "Inch-Gardurk." You can see a small glow from his hand, and it washes over Orek, and you can see it peels across his whole body and envelops him in this light glow. And his breathing slows. And you see this slight bit of colour start to come back into his skin. And then Rex sit back, somewhat exhausted.
There's a number of emotions going through my head at the moment. Initially tense because, magic. Don't see that every day, unless you're with Kaya. But then now understanding, these people have magic, are using it. That means that maybe Kaya's a bit more safe, potentially, if she fucks up like she normally does. And take a bit of control over my face and my body so that they don't think that I'm a threat to know that they have magic.
Well, they're very much focused on Orek at this moment. So they're not really, they know that you're there. And
probably actually try and make a bit of light of it. I'm like, you're pretty good in a pinch, eh? Could have used you a couple of days ago when I was dying in a field of mud.
They look to you, you can see that they don't have much mirth in their expression. You don't know whether it's because you can't read it or whether they're actually just don't care what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to clock.
Well, I'm very intrigued. I'll probably try and get some information out of them because I love a good story and gossip. I will go to Rex, who's the one who initiated the
heal.
Yeah, the heal. So Orek was your sergeant, but he left at a different time than you. So did you guys all leave it? What happened there?
Not mine. Scales.
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 Scales?
Scales.
Scales.
Better.
Okay. Sorry. It's in my pronunciation. Awful. I'm a bit nasally today. It's really dusty down in the
Scales looks at you and says, "He was my trainer. He trained me in the camps."
So why did he leave? And then why did you leave at a different time, is what I'm wondering. What happened?
He left a long time ago. He made a decision to spend time with his family and he left. He left the army with a blessing.
Oh, that's nice. He made it seem like it was some sort of deep, dark secret. Interesting.
Well, I haven't heard or seen of him in years. So I do know what has befallen him during that time. But he was a mentor. I can't see him recovering from this. She looks to Rex. And Rex...
Oh, he's a hard basket, this one. Like, he insisted on standing and fighting, and I don't see that he's going to go without a fight.
Rex says, "I've stopped the fever, and we shall see if he recovers. This is all I can do. Beyond that, it's outside of my skill."
Well, listen, why don't we try and get him somewhere more comfortable? Maybe try and warm it up near a fire or something. We decided on a fire, didn't we? Yes, we're going to have a fire.
Yeah, so they go about starting to get him ready to move him.
I'll assist. And then as I walk out with them, I'll probably be looking around like, where the fuck is everyone else gone? Why am I on my own? Why does this keep happening?
All right, so while this is happening in the house, back to you guys outside in the farm.
Brigger,
Yes.
Tell me why you refer to yourselves as deserters.
Well, that's part of the story we wanted to tell you. Let's get this fire going. Let's get some stew on that pot.
We have no stew. We have no food.
What of these rations are lying around?
We have only these rations that these people have left behind. There's no great amount of feed to feed you and all your men.
All right, look, we're not here to strip you bare, but we'd be happy for some food because we have none. And we're chasing these bastards down. Is there any aid you can provide, besides, spending some time here, perhaps tonight? We're no threat to you. All right, we just need some respite while we can continue the chase, and I'll tell you what I know.
Okay. Look, that cottage on the other side of the river, you and your men can bunk in there.
All right.
But you said you'd put some men on the hill. Who will you send?
Thura, Derek, you guys want to set up a watch? That one overlooks the road. Thura, you get up there. Derek, keep an eye on the forest and the surrounding fields. Perhaps up on climb a tree or on the top of that roof there. These two dwarfs get up and immediately follow the orders.
So you intend to chase the old Mercy tomorrow?
That's the plan we've been working on. And this is the closest we got. You've done very well, by the way, thinning out their numbers.
I thought old Mercy
And we thank you for it.
I thought old Mercy was Dosmorian himself.
Well, this is part of the story.
Well,
I I think it's time you started to share.
All right.
Well, why don't they
Yes,
get
tell
something
us,
going?
why have you taken this task upon yourself?
All right.
If you're
let's
deserters from the
grab
army.
these logs, eh? Well, I'll tell you what I know. Well, as she sits down to tell the story and provide the information that you know, you guys can have yourselves a short rest.
Yay.
Oh, thank fuck.
How do I do that again?
Short
Downtime.
Says I can. Flights.
I'm going
Do-
downtown.
You can tend wounds for D4 plus your tier. Or you can clear stress for D4 plus your tier. Or you can repair armor for D4 plus your tier.
Can I tend
just
wounds
one?
to Orek and try and make him
you can
survive?
pick-
No, you mean. Stop killing
No,
my
sorry.
NPCs.
Is past your abilities and skills.
You don't know my abilities and skills.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Choose two of the following. Yeah.
I fucking do.
HP and strength.
Every potion you drink.
Repair armor. Yeah.
While we are short resting, I would like to, whilst out in the forest looking for goodies, just now that I kind of have a better lay of the land, just on my way home from collecting this firewood, I'm going to just now that I've got a better lay of the land, make a quick stop for some odds and ends to make some poisons out of.
Okay.
I'm going to make poison actions for 2d4 plus 2 total.
Okay.
Fret poison to supply and fucking roll 2 ones.
So, yeah, sweet. Okay. Yeah, you grab.
Generate 4 and 2 stress, and then I will clear and stress as my stress clearing action and clear it all.
Okay. Very cool.
Just as, everyone's getting ready and we're settling down for story time, I'm going to walk back into camp. I'm going to look around for Phaedra. I'm going to look up to her and say, look, I've got some firewood, but I'm thinking, take a second crack at making some sausages tonight. Do you want to... I know we're off on the bad foot, so do you want to give me a hand with this one again?
There's no donkey.
There's no donkey left?
The
Surely there's
donkey's
a
gone.
donkey left.
There's 6 dudes, like, personal ration.
And the horses feed.
And the horses we have not killed.
Oh, I thought we were going to have an apology sausage.
Don't worry about it then.
No, the donkey has gone. It has been taken by the old Mercy that went through.
But we just made them.
All of the donkeys.
So, what about all the
We had some salted meat.
horses?
There's 6
We
horses.
haven't
There's horses.
decapitated any horses yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some salted meat.
We didn't use all the flour, though.
No.
No.
We kept it on it.
Yes.
I'm carrying.
So you still have
Yeah.
flour.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can make something other than a sausage. Can you make other things?
If only my new experience from my past level wasn't resourceful baker.
Hey, I like it.
Very tarts.
That is very cool.
So, being a resourceful baker, is there anything nearby I could utilize as a substance?
Well, you can spend a hope on a roll for a trait check and tell me and we'll find out.
Sure thing. Let's do it. What trait should I roll?
You tell me.
Knowledge, I'd assume.
Okay.
Knowing how to make.
I'm happy with that.
Things. And I'm spending a hope on my new experience, resourceful baker, to try and be resourceful and do not too bad. What's that? An 18 with hope, with fear?
An 18 with fear.
18 with fear.
Yeah. Also,
Poison berries.
Yeah. You found some hemlock.
Who wants dysentery berry?
that's my favorite kind.
I'm not eating
What did I
cremlas
say?
and
We
beef
get
Wellington.
water in there, like herpes or something.
Happy water.
When you're returning to camp, you're surprised there's a gornaberry bush. And you must have missed it in the last time you were been through this area and fleeced it. And it would be great. And it's more of a dessert, but you can make like a gornaberry flan or a gornaberry roll.
Mhm.
And you think that you might be able to
Pull it
come
up.
up with the goods.
How much do I know about gornaberries?
You know that they're very sweet. They have a natural sugar in them.
These berries taste like burning.
So yeah, actually quite surprised that you passed them by previously and not gathered them up.
Oh, well, I'll do
So
that.
they're very high in vitamins and vitamin C and stuff like that.
So it's basically like an orange if it was a berry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll pick a bunch of them up and get them all sorted.
Yep.
While I pick it through them, do I notice anything off about them, or that seem pretty good?
They seem pretty good.
He does not trust you in
Yeah.
one
Oh,
inch.
hang on. So you can't do that, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
So I've told you what it
That's
is,
some dickheader.
and you have to fucking jog on.
You know what? Screw it. I'll pick the berry.
For the secret room. Okay.
Don't foreshadow that, man.
With my pockets full, I'm going to return to camp. I'm going to look around for Phaedra.
You see her just
Okay.
emerging out of the farmhouse with the hole in the side of it, with two Dracona who are supporting and carrying Orek's body.
Yeah, hey Phaedra. I've just gone out looking for firewood, but I've stumbled into a berry bush while I was out. I'm familiar with these berries, and I was wondering if maybe, I know we're on a bad foot, but, we make
Don't mention feet.
Oh,
Slippy Downy. We got off on a bad Slippy Downy.
Was it a flippy roundy?
but look, I was hoping to make it up to you. I've got some flour still, and, the sausage rolls didn't go too well. So maybe we could make some pies or some tarts or something.
Make up bacon.
Yeah, something like that.
That sounds nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a bit of a shit day, so...
It's been a shit couple of years, to be honest. Jeez. Yeah, you're alright. Look, I'm sorry about the whole knife to the throat, and I'll kill you if you touch my sister whole thing. Maybe a bit flair for dramatic.
Look, if it makes you feel any better, we didn't actually fuck that night.
To be fair, she's pregnant.
Let's go.
The hamster is blue! Oh, okay. Right. I
Look,
mean...
probably a bit awkward with me to say and bring it up, but...
Yeah, no, that's good information, yeah. Yeah, generally don't bring up that and my sister much.
Never again.
Yeah.
Look, that's why I wanted it.
Look, if she's like a happy, consenting adult, then that's all grand. I just, she disappeared as a strange man. You came back on your own. Like, it just seemed a bit suspicious at the time. But if she's having a good time, then I'm all for it. I want her to be happy. Oh, corner berries. I just start shoving them into my mouth, shut myself up, and follow you off, and we'll start baking.
It was a little while in the farmhouse. It was a little while you were collecting both berries and wood. So there's a little bit of time around the fire, which hasn't yet been lit. So just back to you, Bjorn, Thalandy, and Kaya, as the troop is starting to gather around
So
where the fire pit is.
I imagine that they're kind of, tending to their own. Like they know we're there, we know they're there. I'm sure we're not mingling, if you know what I mean.
You're in pretty close proximity.
Yeah, but we're not like, they're not palling around us asking, so what's your name? What colors do you like?
No. Yeah,
You stay on your side of the fire, we'll stay on ours.
Okay, and I've deliberately pointed towards one of the cottages we don't normally use.
yes.
And so at that point, I'm going to get Kaya and Bjorn aside, and I'm going to say, I'm going to sneak off and look after the others. And you guys got this? Do you need my help? Do you need me to stay?
We're fine.
I would prefer it if you did stay. I feel better with you around.
I'm
Fucking one of my chopped liver.
Well, yeah. I appreciate that. I'm worried that the others may spook, get panicked, and may try to leave the cave, may try to go deeper into the cave. I just feel like we need to corral them and let them know things are okay. And
They need some reassurance. Definitely.
Look,
Someone needs to go and talk to them.
Well,
I could use a distraction.
you remind me of my brother, and I'm very much missing him at the moment. It's nice to have Phaedra around, but I miss my brother, Symbol. You look just like him. You're big and you're tall, and I am very scared right now, and I would like you to stay near.
As scared as you are, those other people are probably just as scared, and they need me as well. They're under my protection.
I killed my first person.
You spatchcocked your first guy.
I did.
If I remember
It was
correctly.
literally like 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
How am I supposed to deal with these feelings? How do you deal with these feelings? You do it all the time.
It was you or him. Just remember that.
I know that. It was me. It wasn't you. It was me. It was me, and it was my... I don't know how to process these feelings. What this power, it grows inside of me, and I can feel it growing every day, and it just... How do you... What do you do? How do you deal?
So as Kaya's saying this, I'm going to be like kind of absently fidgeting, picking up sticks and things, and looking for an opportunity for her to focus on Bjorn And when that happens is when I'm going to sneak away.
Bastard.
Cold.
You were easy. It's not like you're Kremlin. You're a giant cow man.
Well,
Not just
let's-
like turn
let's-
Simpson into a book.
I wildborn. I'm good at sneaking. That is part of my thing. So as they're just focused, I'm just going to fade into them. It's not going to be like, where the fuck is Thorny? It's going to be like, oh shit, he's fucking left. It's going to be that kind of thing.
Yeah. So you feel Philandy start to withdraw from the conversation, be it through uncomfortableness or be it through, you're not really sure, but he starts to pull himself away from the conversation. Bjorn is very much there and present, and you're probably quite aware that death and killing has been something that he has dealt with a lot of his life.
I know that I follow and I have read lots about Norenmir, but I have been around death before, of course I have, but I've never been the cause before. Where the fuck did Tolandigo?
Are you going to say anything or just...
Why does he
dissipate?
always leave? Why does he always leave?
I don't know the answer to that.
The Tholandi leaving or my thing? I need some reassurance here, okay?
Tholandi
I'm having a
leaving.
freak out.
In terms of your issues, I just deal with it. I killed my first man when I was 12.
What?
I live with it.
Is that why you have the scars on your back?
That's something else completely.
I walk away.
You what?
I walk away. I don't want to have the rest of that conversation yet.
Okay. You just put your hand up.
Thank
Talk
you.
to the hand.
Thank you. That's
Just
right.
walk
I'm
off.
out. Mic drop.
Where do you head off to?
Back to the fire. Go to Briga.
When that conversation ends, it's around about the time that everyone's congregating in that area. So Kremlev is returning with some firewood. Vader is coming out, and the two Dracona are supporting Orek to bring him over to the fire. They've wrapped him in a blanket. Bjorn, what do you do as Kaya kind of moves away and finds a place near the fire?
Look after him. Okay, fine. I'll go and find a spot by the fire as well.
Okay.
I want to hear what they have to say.
So you all sail down around the fire. The land.
So I'm going to make my way over to the barn. And
Which one?
So there's a cottage, there's a farmhouse with a hole in the wall, and there's a barn.
Correct.
So I make my way over to the barn, and then from the barn, I'm going to sneak out one of the back doors. And without going through the tunnel, I'm going to go back around to the entrance to the tunnel that we came through originally. Because I don't have any torches, and if I go through the tunnel, I will be blind.
And you'd have to go through the house with the hole in it, and everyone would see you go through that.
Exactly.
And the flacids.
Oh,
And
yes.
the flaccid.
And the flaccid. Acid slugs. Essentially, it takes you about 10 minutes to get there. Right. So you're all sitting around the fire. You are joined by Braga, who's a goblin companion. The two dwarves are keeping watch. There's a few humans that are standing around in quiet conversation as you gather around the fire. Braga sits down on a log and leans forward with her hands to her knees and says, "All right, so I'll tell you what I know. Tell you my story. Not to labour their point, but there's a little bit of a tale. We're Dothmorian warriors, fighters true. We live in the lands of Dothmorir. Some of us are from the halls of Vondel itself. And as you know, this conflict across the land has been going for quite some time. The fierceness of the battles have ended, and now it is more around keeping what's ours. Watching the borderlands, watching the borderlines. So that's what we were tasked to do as our army. Now, General Verrick was our commanding officer, the general of our army. And we were purposed with watching a very long stretch of our borders, all up and down the neutral lands, I don't know if you know, between Fulshen and Dosmorian foothills. And while Braga's telling this tale, both Pera and Brenevere enjoying the warmth from the fire, listening to the tale. You can see the occasional look of recognition on Pera's face or understanding about the way of things as she describes them. Both of them seem to be leaning upon each other for support. And Brenevere occasionally coughs up something globulous and spits it into the fire. Despite being conscious for some time now, he still seems quite grey, and he's, very little hair on his head and quite old and wizened. But, yeah, very much listening intently. As Pera sits next to him, pulls out her knife, and goes back to her habit of picking her teeth with her knife. Braga says, "We were spread quite thin, spending 8 months. This was our task. Near a conflict. A couple of skirmishes, perhaps, but nothing significant. But then things started to change. The orders started to come through from General Verek. The first one was an attack on a village that was not of any military importance. And our orders were to just sack and take the village no matter the cost. And we did so based on the orders we were given, as we are as honorable soldiers. We did what we were told, but the sanity and the rationality and the honor of these orders just started to devolve more and more. And then a division started to happen between our forces. There are those that followed Verek's orders blindly, and then the rest of us. As much as it tore us apart inside, our honor and the morality of what we were being asked to do, we started to question, and we started to pull away, and there was a bunch of us. Not only that, he started to hire mercenaries. And then before you know it, before we knew what was going on, he was capturing civilian folk in order to force others into his employ, into his forces. These fuckers, mercenaries with the red paint. They're either hired hands or hired forces, or they're being forced into it because they have some of their fucking families are being captured by Verek and fucking Old Mercy. Old Mercy is his fucking right hand. Anyways, the last straw was Pern. We were ordered to attack Pern. So, thinking that this was a move from on up high from the king, we attacked. We did what we were told. But the crimes that were committed there by his forces and what we were being asked to do, it was the last straw. It's a whole lot of us. It was the catalyst. It was the moment in time in which we were able to just disperse. Bunches of us that knew it was wrong. We ran away. We left. And that's kind of where we are. We've been following this bastard Old Mercy, whoever the fuck he is, knowing that he's one that has been responsible for burning Pern to the ground and killing civilians in the street, hanging up children, cut the throats of children. We've seen horrors that you wouldn't believe. Anyway, we left, and we've been on the run ever since. So we call ourselves deserters. We're deserters from Verek's army, but we're not deserters from the honor of Dosmoria and the honor of our dwarven kin and what we believe and what our king believes. No doubt some of the people that deserted have gone back home, looking for answers or to tell them the truth. But we've stayed here to see what we can do, to try and stop this fucking mess. How do you find yourselves here? What's happened to you? What's going on? So as she's recounting this tale of their plight and what has happened, Kremlin and Fedor, are you making the pastries or whatever the treats it is, the flans or the tarts? Or
Yeah. Deserter desserts.
Yeah. I hate to break the serious with this juxtaposition, but dessert is dessert, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've made these, I don't know, what have you made?
Oh, well, we've been in there. I've got that little bit of flour that I'm carrying around, and I've made a bit of a pastry with it. And I'd say we've made a bit of a tart-style jobby.
Okay.
I have absolutely not washed my hands.
And what have you done? I'm going to say I've made these little bits of pastry, and I've cut them into small little rectangles, put little globs of berries in, and folded them over to create like a little pocket of some extent.
Yep.
Cook them all up, get them nice and hot.
On a
Berry dumpling.
piece of on a plate of some sort.
Yeah, probably a plate, maybe a bit of whatever's around. It's a cottage. They have a kitchen.
Yeah,
they'd have kitchen
There's
supplies.
a cooking plate.
Mine are definitely less uniform, a lot more freeform, expressive. Some penises, maybe a bunny rabbit, use the little,
berries for eyes.
got berries for eyes, all of that,
Wow.
Drop some in the dirt, I sort of put it back up, and hopefully nobody sees this.
Nobody's
It's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. Just brush it off.
And pick hair out of it.
But as I'm preparing them, I'm gonna get like a fork down, pop some holes in the top so the boiling berry juice doesn't quite explode.
Love it.
And just let them simmer for a bit. Let the pastry brown over.
So while Brigga has been telling this story, I have cuddled into Phaedra's side a little bit. So she's still got her arms free to do stuff, but I've very much suctioned myself to her side, seeking comfort.
Yeah, the smell of the sweet berries sort of starts to waft across the camp, and everybody is very eager to try them. As Brygga's telling the story, Scale leans forward, and at a point in the story, an appropriate point in the story, it contributes and adds her perspective to some of the elements that she saw and was asked to do, and some of the horrors that happened in Pern. But there's one piece of information in particular that piques her interest. And she says, yes, that slimy pustule of a gnome, Garnig, that hangs around with Old Mercy. He keeps a ledger, the ledger in that book. He records all the names of those that have been captured, have been pressed into his service, and I saw him, that gleeful look on his face when he was using that, I don't know, that wand or walking stick that he found with the blue crystal on it, casting lightning here and lightning there and cooking those. He didn't seem to know how to control it. Cooking people to pieces.
No, it was
Merrick's. It was Merrick's.
Merrick's had it. Shit!
What? No. I'm sorry. Could you just describe
Scale.
Sorry.
Do not insult me again.
Fuck. All right.
Scale.
All right. It's my accent. I'm
close.
sorry. I'm from
Close
the
enough.
shield. Give me a break. Could you please describe the one for me one more time?
It was less of a wand, more of a walking stick, I suppose. It was quite small.
Did it have a blue thing on the end of it?
Yes, it had a large blue stone
Was
in
it-
its handle.
Twisted all the way up.
It was very frantic at the time. I cannot remember the
This was-
details of the stick.
This-
All I remember is the lightning coming out and it striking the children, and the glee on Garnick's face.
I look
I
at Phaedra.
Give a knowing look to... We lock eyes.
Yeah. Merrick.
Could be, yeah.
What's a Merrick?
Could not be as well. Could be others. They make...
Who else do we know that you can shoot lightning from a stick?
Well, we're not saying that he's Merrick. No, we know someone called Merrick. We don't know anything at the moment. Maybe he dropped it.
The man sleeps with the thing.
And maybe it fell out while he was running away.
You're the person who's the owner of this lightning stick.
Maybe.
But like a good owner. He wouldn't use it to
consider
kill
him
children.
dead.
No.
No,
He's
don't
Or
say that.
captured in the cells.
Don't say that.
It is a sure thing. If it was me, I would consider him dead.
and you're going
There's
to go.
much more. to
Stop
it than
saying
that.
he's gonna be dead. And you're gonna go find this Old Mercy and find the creepy gnome with the lightning stick.
That is the hope. And then Braga speaks up and goes, "Aye, that's the dream. But we're undermanned. We're underpowered, and we can't keep up with the horses that they have. We know that they'll be heading back to Blacktooth Keep, where Varric has taken over the overlooked Pern. But also, if I'm not mistaken, did I not hear? They said that they would be returning here.
Yeah, they were.
Because we will be fucking waiting. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, you reckon we could set a trap?
Fucking oath we will.
Oh, I like this. I like this idea. I like
By
traps.
Gondel's fucking beard, we shall have a trap.
I like traps. I like things that you can set and then you sit back and from a distance and then you just watch it happen. And
While Phaedra
Oh
is...
no, we'll be getting a bloody close and bloody, let me tell you that, lassie.
I'm going to get up and go into the house with the hole in it,
Okay.
and I sit in front of the soldier that I killed earlier today.
Go into the house. As the light fades from the sky, the flames from the campfire start to flicker and illuminate the area around the Peppermill house. You sit in front of the corpse. This pallid corpse with its chest caved in and its eyes still wide open with the blood that poured and bubbled out of
Good
his
God.
mouth. This chest caved and his bulging eyes that are
Right.
still looking directly at you.
I just sit and stare at him, lock eyes, and just sit and stare and think about... I've never done anything like this before. I always thought my magic was something that was sacred and was good, and I could always use it to tell people's fortunes and to twist fate. And now I've used it in a way that is not. And I sort of strive to think about, well, I used it to protect my family. I used it to protect my new friends. So it's not all bad, but I'm still afraid.
A life.
I have taken a life, and I'm trying to sort of come to terms with that. The boys were not helpful with me.
They're like, fuck this, I'm out.
They were not helpful.
Deal with it.
They were not helpful with me
Bjorn's got this.
compartmentalizing.
Yeah, Bjorn will be good at this. Yeah. Bjorn knows what to do.
Yeah, but I think I sort of come to the realization that this is my magic. I can feel it inside of me continuing to grow. And I make the resolve to come up with this phrase, I am not afraid. And I
You
just
repeat to
continue to
yourself, I'm not afraid, looking into the bulging dead eyes of the corpse of the man that you destroyed.
I am not afraid.
I clock that you are leaving, and I give your hand a little squeeze and turn back to Scale. So you're up with the army until you're up to Pern. I don't suppose you ever came across some people who are really good with sort of like fire, or sort of all dressed in silks.
fire.
You're good, yeah. But have you seen anyone else good with fire? Well, you've looked at them and you're like, oh, you're also good at fire.
No.
No, or maybe a little man with some big goggles.
No.
No. What about an old woman with a beard?
No.
Okay. And that's just going to continue throughout the evening.
What about a giant? A three-eyed giant?
I don't mention that, but you're not here, so it's fine.
No need to ask. Bjorn, during this conversation and divulging of information and the story that has been told, what are you doing or feeling or thinking? Any of the above?
Well, hearing some of these tales of Pern is kind of hitting pretty deep, and I'm noticeably sitting there with a 1,000-yard stare off into the darkness, apparently completely zoned out.
Okay. And Kremlev.
Now that I've had some time to complete my things, I'm going to hand them around. I'm going to, hello everybody. I know we're all shouting grim tales, but
Everyone that you offer to, which is everyone, is very grateful for these little parcels of goodness.
For the shit me pies.
As I pass them around, I'll say, I know they're only small, but I got to make enough to go around. I hope everybody enjoys.
They do, very much so. And they're like, you get compliments of like, oh, these are delicious. Wow, they're lovely. Based on what are the ingredients. And
Why is there hair in mine?
it sparks a bit of conversation. Oh, there's a little rabbit with berry eyes. What's going on there?
While I'm serving around, I'm going to look around and notice Kaya's not there.
You would have seen her leave, and
I'll put one aside to make sure I save some for her, and I'll kind of have a look around, see if I can find her.
Braga pipes up and looks at you, Bjorn. Where's the big fella gone?
I'm not responding unless someone actually physically nudges me. I'm just tuned out.
Let's say you take... Or whereabouts around the fire are you sitting? Who are you sitting next to?
I was sitting next to Solandi originally, wherever he was, just on a log, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm probably got a log to myself now, given that Solandi and Kaya are both up and left.
It's probably Kaya that he was sitting next to.
Braga speaks up again. Bjorn, you okay over there?
What?
You okay?
What?
I've
Yeah,
seen
I'm
that
fine.
book before. I've seen it. I've had it myself. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Where's your big fella gone? I thought he was here.
He was.
She's looking at all of you. Obviously not Kaya, because she's left, for some sort of indication or response.
He's a little bit erratic sometimes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, maybe he's gone to do a bit of a patrol. He likes to make sure we're all safe.
Okay. Hey, all right.
I'm sure he'll come back.
She looks over to one of her troop. It's almost imperceptible. A slight eyebrow raise. And then there's an almost imperceptible responsive nod from this human trooper.
Is there a problem here? You
Look,
don't
he-
need to worry about him.
Yeah, he does tend to go off and on his own little adventures, and then he always comes back. He's a good boy. He comes back.
Like a good boy, eh? Right. Right you are. That's me tale. That's where we've come from. And it's been a long, hard journey. Truth be known, while running down Old Mercy and slitting that fucker's throat is high on the list. What is also on the list is finding and connecting with the other deserters. Like, I'm almost wearing that as a badge of fucking honor. We deserted that motherfucker. We haven't deserted our homeland, but we've deserted that fucker. And we're looking to connect with. We know, we saw others leaving. We talk about it. We heard about it. There's conversation was throughout the army, throughout the platoons. There's a real division there. So that's our other thing. Our other ideal is to connect with the rest of them. And if I'm honest, I don't know, unless you can lend us some, even if you lend us support us. My ideal, if I can just put up an idea, is we'd like to stay here with your blessing. Stay here until they can come back. And then we can have them. The murderous, raping, burning, fucking bastards.
I mean,
That sits fine with me. Better to have more armed people here.
before my troop had been attacked, we had heard rumblings of deserters from the army here and there. Some, I think, maybe had gone to the east, but only drips and drabs. Nothing of your size.
I know for a fact that one of the lieutenants, he was gathering forces. He was sowing the seed that when it all kicked off in Pern, and those fucking orders came down to burn it to the ground, we were rallying around him, and he was pulling the troops and forces together. I don't know what the orders were. Maybe we got cut off and dispersed, but I'm sure there was a fucking plan. They had to be meeting somewhere, or I don't know.
What would be your plan after, say, we lure Old Mercy out here and we set a trap and it all goes fantastic, real blessed, and everything goes great. We get that book from the slimy gnome.
I want to see him fucking hang by his own fucking entrails.
And we go and rescue the people who've been captured. What's your plan after that? Are you going to meet up with this other lieutenant? Are you going to rejoin the Dosmorian army? What's the next? I'm just spitballing here.
My idea is we need to send communication back home. We need the king. We need one of the princes, perhaps, to take control of the situation. And I can only assume or guess or hope that part of the plan was to send the truth back home. That being the case, then we take out fucking Old Mercy. And then we take out Orek. We attack the keep that he's taken over. We give it back to the full Shen. The fucking giant orange bastards that they are. I fucking hate them. I'd cut their throats as much as spit on them, but this isn't the right way. Not like this.
And what happens? And forgive me for playing devil's advocate. It's funny because of the horns.
Yeah, I get it.
But
Tail too.
just because
Fucking wings. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
just because I've known many a tale of uprisings and bandits and rebellions and you know people hide out in woods and steal from the rich and all that fun stuff. What happens if you're not welcomed back and you're labelled deserters and betrayers? And
then I'll shave off my fucking beard and wear it like a badge of honor. Because I know in my heart, I know in the stone, there is no way that this is sanctioned by the king. There's no fucking way. But if I am told by way on up high that there's tactical, rational reasons behind this, then I'll fucking hang. And I'll hang happy.
yours is a story that's going to be worth telling.
And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh, there's so much information. So much information. Merrick is alive. Irekne's alive.
Merrick could be alive.
He's
Thimble's
alive.
Lights, food, beer. Let's go.
I've had so much snackies. I think I need like one.
Just worse. Landy is so fucking conflicted because he's like, I need to now protect my land. I've got like 50 other fucking refugees that I'm going to save.
I keep lying about this.
And I have to keep lying about fucking people.
It is important to note that the game uses the Daggerheart tabletop role-playing system, published by Darrington Press and Critical Role LLC. We play under the Darrington Press Community Gaming License. This is an unofficial fan production, not affiliated or endorsed by Darrington Press or Critical Role.